Hello, I'm Charles Haskell, medical oncologist, ethicist, teacher, and photographer. Welcome to my vlog where I tell life stories with important life lessons for me. Today's stories are about secrets. Medical education was extremely difficult for my family. Christine and I were separated for several years during this time, a fact we kept largely a secret. After fully reuniting during our time at the National Institutes of Health, we moved as a family back to San Francisco in 1970. San Francisco had just started busing to achieve integration, and we were concerned about our daughter's safety. We considered sending Candy to a private school for 5th grade, but ultimately chose the newly integrated public school. At the end of the year, Candy had a wonderful birthday party that was fully integrated. We were thrilled. What we didn't know was that she was being bullied in the bathrooms at school. She has kept this a carefully guarded secret to this day. The fact of her parents' marital secret and the secret of being bullied both contributed to considerable pain and suffering during her childhood. Indeed, for her, keeping secrets was necessary in order to keep her parents together. In the spring of 1971, I was invited to join the UCLA faculty as a medical oncologist. This allowed us to rejoin our parents and siblings in the same geographic area. The summer we arrived back in Santa Monica, we established a routine of joining my father-in-law at Santa Monica Beach on Sunday mornings. Early in the summer, he always left the beach by noon for reasons he never shared. Later, in mid-August, he was jubilant when we joined him at the beach. He exclaimed, "I passed my specialist exam." The problem for us was that he had never told us he was studying for an examination, let alone that it was a big deal. We found it impossible to share his elation because we had not been allowed to share his anxiety about passing the exam. In fact, we've learned since then that he was a man with many untold secrets. Some secrets need to be kept, especially when they are somebody else's secrets. A good example of this is confidential patient care secrets between a patient and his or her physician. But there can be value in sharing these secrets if they are your own. I'll never forget how a close friend of mine at our church, Warren Matthews, consulted me about the management of his newly diagnosed prostate cancer. Warren actually stood up during the joys and sorrows part of a Sunday service and shared the fact of his cancer diagnosis. The simple act of sharing brought us all together in that moment of public intimacy. The lesson for me from these stories is to avoid having secrets to the fullest extent possible. They can be destructive at the worst and annoying at the least. This concludes my stories about secrets. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.